Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. This is another edition of Politics on the Street. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, comment, share for more political updates. Yesterday, the gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party in the last year governorship election, Rhode VIVOUR, has come out to tell the world that the President Bola TINUBU, his wife Remi TINUBU, and the incumbent governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, has taken over properties, people properties, landed properties in Lagos. And then he has also sent a strong warning to the president that Lagos does not belong to him alone, and that he should resist that move, sir.
Lagos has not been Bola TINUBU's property. It's not his property. You know, he's just using a kind of political intimidation, you know, to acquire even those ones that he cannot be able to acquire. He wants to acquire everything. And you know what has been running now? He's the biggest landlord in Africa. You know what it means? You know that it means that almost 30% or 40%, or even about 50% of properties in Lagos can be traced to his cronies and, of course, directly to him. So, what Bonebo is trying to say now, the Labour Party governorship candidate, you know, in the last election, is not something most Lagosians does not understand or know. But the fact still remains that at this point in time, it has become unbearable for people, you know, on situations where a certain figure is buying, collecting, enforcing. Even go to Lagos State government. Look at how the so-called commissioners are going to release it. They force people out of their property using local government influence. They intimidate people out of their property using local government influence. How many properties? Go and check Lagos. You see the number of houses uncountable. Most of them has even lost count of their properties. But still, their cronies, their lawyers, their appointment, they are using everywhere and then acquiring properties by force. How long are we going to continue to be experiencing that? Lagos is a mini Nigeria. Lagos is the commercial hub of Nigeria. Lagos is the former capital of Nigeria. Lagos became part of the protectorate in 1979 or thereabout. When Lagos was when the either if I'm not but I know there was a time, you know, Lagos was not part of Nigeria. Lagos was purely a colony. You understand? So for somebody to come from nowhere, where we have indigenous people of this state not having access, not even acquiring property, not being able to have anything to show they are indigenous of this place, it calls for a lot of resistance. And to my own opinion, I think there should be Lagos for Lagos agitation, revolution started in that regard to make sure that this kind of a thing is thoroughly checkmated, because it's spreading. I think one person have over 300 properties in Lagos State, just one person. And of course, either they use the influence of Lagos State government to remove the property from your hand, or they use any other means to make sure that they collect that property from you. But look at what is happening in the first part. Most of the properties that have been owned by Igbo, I don't know to approve by Lagos State government, but they still find a way to buy those properties in the name of TINUBU.
Are they collecting back the properties?
Of course. Now they say that this place now they are going to demolish it. That tells you that we don't have competent people in the place.
Yeah, this was just standing.
I said I'm giving you instances. Go to places they say initial before now. You see them, you know, granting
was being demolished.
yes, you see this granting authority for them to build houses. After a few years, they come back and say no, government did not approve this one. What does that tell you? It tells you that actually they know what they are doing. And at the end of the day, go and check the number of people that will buy that property. Look at what the Speaker of Lagos State is doing. Officer, he's storing people's property, sending people away from their business centers because you want to acquire property. You do not even care about the economic life of those people.
Now,
So I think at this point in time, the real Lagosians themselves to stand up for serious agitation, let the world know what is happening. How long? Okay, in Lagos State, for instance, now, just under the rule, you are paying 500,000. For what? That's wickedness, and it's intentional. And Lagos State government are not doing anything about it. That's a room.
Is that the fault of the government?
What? They shouldn't be there a legislation in that regard. Why is the Lagos State government not legislating in that regard? And the old house that has no room self, they will put it 500,000 for somebody to come and pay. That's absolute rubbish. For you to even get a shop, you pay like 3 million in Lagos State. That's wickedness. That's intimidation.
So I think that most people have come to have said that that's it.
Yes, where are those money? Which account? Alphabeta. That's where all the account is going to. That's the only company that has the right to collect tax on behalf of Lagos State government, and that is being owned by TINUBU. Where is he taking all those money to? For God's sake, people cannot do business again with ease. It has become deliberate on landlords in Lagos State to frustrate people, and that is why this country must divide. So everybody go see, bros. Lagos cannot be more than Babylon. Babylon went down the grave. It is people, foreigners, that build society, that build environment, not indigenous people. So why is it diffused about Lagos State? You cannot rent a house, not only a room. You pay 500,000, and Lagos State government is there, and the Lagos State House of Assembly is there. There's no legislation in that regard. You can see 1 room, 200 people are living in 1 room in Lagos State.
Sir, they have come out to say that all this land grabbing, it is applicable in every state, and most governors do the same thing. That the president is not exceptional. Do you believe to that most of these things have been done in the southeast and the south?
So you can hardly see such experience anywhere. The face me, I face you kind of building was introduced by Yorubas. Go to East, nobody build face me, I face you. No, I'm coming. Don't shut me down. Nobody. Who introduced face me, I face you? Go and take the history. Yorubas introduced face me, I face you. Some of them that we are brought from this. Go to East, don't be face me, I face you. What is face me, I face you?
So what do you do?
Yes, no, go there. You don't be face me, I face you. You know what is the meaning of face me, I face you? Go and read the history of face me, I face you. Why are we having such things? And at the end of the day, they devise a means to take your property by force using government agency and policies. They create a certain policy, and who are those buying those properties? They are all for your mandate to shall stand in Lagos State.
But I have asked you a question, and then you've not refused that. You've not answered that. There are also allegations that this issue of land grabbing by former governor, it happens everywhere. Lagos and the president is not exceptional. Does it happen in the southeast and then in the south?
Let me tell you, anywhere you see a kind of feudal system that's being operated, yes, anywhere you see that kind of system in disguise, you know, where people does not respond or challenge, you know, or even agitate a certain decision taken by their leaders, that is feudal system. What is Baba Some? Baba don't talk, and that is final.
So nobody can challenge.
No, yes, and they are using it as a theory, as a policy in land grabbing. Anywhere, go and see how Nigerians properties have been destroyed. They create a kind of sect, a kind of mafia group in the government, and they unleash the unmoneyless. They will just look at one property. They say, this property, where is the certificate of this one? Before you know it, they come in with government influence, and before you know it, they take over that property. That's what is going underground, and unfortunately, the Nigerian media are not reporting it. Where are those money going to? Who are the people buying those properties, making it relatively difficult for people to stay in Lagos. How can you just rent a room and parlor for 2 million naira?
Is that possible?
How much are you making? No, I'm telling you now. They are the ones that these real estate mafias are connected to the government themselves, are connected to the agencies of government themselves, are connected to the policy of destruction of the targeting certain people and interests in Lagos State. Just a room and parlor, you are paying 2 million naira. How much is the minimum wage of any government official in Lagos State? And up to now, we expected the governor himself, someone who is also a Christian, to look into these issues and come out with a better legislation. Okay, even the government themselves, look at the kind of mortgage houses they are building. Can you be able to afford it? After building, they say it's low cost house, go and price it. You pay like 40 million, 50 million. One person. Where are you going to get that money? If that such a thing will not push you into corruption, will not push you into doing things that are abnormal to get money. Why are they behaving as if there's no people will not be able to experience what they call leadership? Because they can afford it. You can see how much they are carrying. One person will carry 80 billion. He will deny it's not 80 billion. You see the kind of thing that is going on. Alphabeta has been collecting Lagos State tax for the past 20 years.
And nobody
owned by TINUBU.
And nobody is alleging that.
All the tax, all the shops are paying. Who is collecting it? One company has that contract in Lagos State for the past 20 years. And the people that claim that are Lagosians, what are they doing? They are IDGs, Omeko. What are they doing? I think it's high time, a kind of agenda, a kind of revolution, a kind of sensitization, a kind of orientation, to spring up in this state. To handle some of these abnormalities.
You've listened to our guests on today. Subscribe and like our video on YouTube. Thank you once again.